Here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. That's that. Settled. Revelio.
Because I'm a poacher doesn't mean I didn't like it.
Yes, but only muggles fall nothing to poaching. Admirable trick.
Incendio! Confringo!
Keep your body by curve.
Take a clumsy little fool!
Confringo! Slippery little stranger. Is this your best? Don't want to repeat attack.
Confringo! Not so tough now, are ya?
Incendio!
Reducto! Confringo!
Confringo! Strike gymnastics!
Reducto! Tiger! And in a Confringo! How did that feel?
Incendio!
Glacier! Reducto! Learn that first year, did ya?
Milkwood don't go down easy. Confringo! I've seen better. I'll steady a little lead.
You're in a...
Fringo!
Potato!
You can't roll your way out of this!
Fringo!
You're that hypocrite, Dave.
That goblin helmet.
Incendia!
How does that feel?
Confringo! Did I hurt you?
If it isn't Nora Treadwell's guardian angel.
Attack.
Potato! That's just fearful! Reducto!
Fringo!
I definitely can't admit. These are spells to me.
Fringo!
Are you even Fringo? You tried that with Incendia!
Slippery as a kelp.
Reducto!
Now you're just getting on my nerves.
Oh, what's the light
Incendia!
Confringo!
The flames consume you!
Amateur! Reducto!
Incendia! Tricky little cave slapper.
Confringo! Did you learn that in your fancy school? Reducto! Better next time.
Confringo!
Ready to... Well, you look like you're trying.
Confringo! Potato!
Incendia! Enjoy stealing him. What we forget about that goblin helm you stole. It isn't Nora Treadwell's precious little car. You, sometimes you were friends of mine. Hey, that's mine! Incendia! I'll fling you around like a pennywig!
You'll feel that tomorrow, if you last that long.
You tried casting wisdom. You may want to move.
They say you're hard to hit. That won't stop me. There's talk of what you can do.
Potato! Clever!
Is that all they're teaching in school?
Confringo! I'll do that one.
Pathetic. Was that meant to be brilliant? Well, this'll put me off guard now.
My ears.
Confringo!
Is that the best you got?
Incendia!
Confringo! How did that feel? Oh, what's the line? Confringo!
You're that hypocrite thief. Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you nicked. You're the little sod that saved Treadwell. Incendio! You've heard quite enough of our race.
was you casting the full body bind curse on all of my colleagues.
You'll have to fight eventually.
Confringo!
You're a slippery little shrike, aren't you? Just how many witches and wizards have you finished off? Oh, damn you little weasel!
Incendio!
Reductor! Tiger!
Confringo!
You may want to move.
Incendio!
Confringo!
Stupefy.
Confringo! Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Stupefy. Glacier. Stupefy.
Reductor!
Where's that goblin hound? Thief.
If it isn't Nora Treadwell's guardian angel.
Incendio!
Confringo.
You've heard quite enough, Carl.
Stupefy. Glacier.
How dare you! It's me! Confringo! See, we have an active one! Incendio! Oh, it's a bit like being on fire, isn't it? Incendio! Incendio!
Afraid to take. Potato! What have you done? I know all of it. No.
You want Incendio! Feel a burning since...
Confringo!
Glacier.
Ah, there you Incendio! We had plans. Confringo! Incendio! That goblin elm you pilfered. Confringo! Confringo! Not your best defensive maneuver.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Confringo!
Retraigo!
Lumos.
No!
Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. I'll look after you. Revelio. Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned. Revelio. Revelio.
The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards the dark arts.
Fringo! Accio!
I forget that something back. Hopefully from your calling.
Fringo!
What happened, darling? I heard something.
Keep on your toes. Stay alert.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I'll have you know, I'm from a lineage steeped in bravery. My uncle used to tell my aunt about what really happened to her triple six. Now that's brave.
Leviosa! Revelio! Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo!
Reducto!
Confringo!
Upwards, don't go down.
Merlin himself with the crowd.
You little coward!
Ha! As if you could elude me. Confringo!
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Come in. Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad hide. You could never go wrong with those. Good choice, I'd say. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider
Revelio.
yourself welcome.
Revelio. Ha. 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 Ha.
There's always someone
What's wrong?
You should hear Shah talking about divination. It's a wonder-own idea. Sometimes you can wonder.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Ugh. Can't say I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
I take it you're ready to learn your...
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put... to practice, shall we? Go ahead and... pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Alohomora. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. What do we have here? A demiguise. Mine now, demiguise. Revelio.
Bombarda!
Accio.
Bombarda!
Revelio.
Trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
Revelio. Revelio. Hello, Nellie. Actually, I've found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Oh, wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Whew. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
Revelio.
Bombarda!
Glacier. Accio. Levioso. Glacier. Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Perhaps a hybrid. But
I finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
wonderful! I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done! If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just
Revelio.
mind the plants, please.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Revelio. 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 I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
Revelio.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Revelio.
There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about... What was it? Scriptorium?
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favourite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
That is a bit unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead to answers about what happened to your aunt, it does pose a risk.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret it.
Sebastian, over here.
These braziers grant access to the
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with 3.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.